So what I'm wearing right here is a piece of wearable tech by a company called RealWear. This is the HMT-1, which stands for Head Mounted Tablet. It's actually, this is a, what'd you call this? What's the rating on this? Bump cap. This is not just a hat, not just a thing to attach it to. You can see they obviously have some hard hats and stuff here. The idea behind this piece of wearable tech is that you are to be hands-free as possible. The idea here is that you're dealing with field technicians, people who need their hands off, maybe need to record their work or even get references in their work. You can even do video call with this because this is basically running Android. It's Android 6.0.1, so it's got full Bluetooth on it, Wi-Fi 2.45 gigahertz, but this right here is actually the display. So you can kind of move it around. It's got a 7-arm axis. You can move it off to the side, orient it how you want. Right now I actually have the camera on, so I can see what this camera up here is seeing, but so can the camera if we're recording. If you're doing, can you do video call? Yes. Yeah, so video calls with this. And I was sitting here while I was kind of watching the demo wondering what's the use case for this in something like us where we're doing tech and computers and whatnot. And I think to myself, imagine you guys had one of these. I mean, they're not really cheap. They're $1,500, but it's a serious piece of equipment. It is not a toy by any means. This is designed to survive construction sites, electrician work sites. But what if you guys were like, Jay, we really want you to help me build my computer. And you put one of these things on, and I'm the voice, I'm the guy in the ear, right? This is like a special ops operation. I'm the guy in the ear. I'm telling you what to do back home, and I'm seeing what you guys are seeing in first-person perspective. But it's also voice-activated, completely voice-activated. I know you can't see what I'm seeing right now, so I'm going to say navigate home. So now I see a menu in my right eye. I can say my programs. Let's see here. And the cool thing is, as you turn your head, is how you navigate through the menu. So the menu is wider than the screen. This is I don't know what the resolution of the screen is. To be honest, it doesn't really matter. It's right here in front of your face, so it's a pretty decent size. But if I turn my head, I'm sliding through the menu, which is kind of neat. Select item 1. So I get this little kind of a chirp in my ear. It reminds me of like the old Star Trek Next Generation sound. But now I'm seeing information about the device. So there's obviously a lot of really interesting use cases for this. And I just saw this and I thought, wow, this is a very interesting piece of tech. So if you want to know more about it, check out RealWear. This is the HMT-1 head-mounted tablet, and yeah, thought you guys should see it. So I said we're on a mission to find the strange and unique tech here at CES, and what I've come across here is Sigma's Project Meteor. This, what I initially thought was an autonomous driving big rig, is actually not. It is a 4G LTE connected big rig to a wireless command seat, we'll call it that. Think of like a remote pilot in the Air Force flying drones and stuff. You can have a remote driver driving a fully loaded big rig, allowing for several things. One, to keep the driver close to home. If you know a big rig driver or you're a big rig driver yourself, an on-the-road trucker has a very hard job. Not just driving the truck, but being away from family, the sacrifice, the time and the effort, and the money involved. This allows the driver to actually stay close to home and drive from pretty much anywhere. But what they've got right here is a full motion, sort of a simulator setup, because this is kind of what the driver would be experiencing while they're driving in this surround setup. Now this is actually a recording they took from this vehicle as they were testing it at their home commercial park, just kind of doing loops, driving just the tractor. There was no trailer on this, just the tractor around their commercial establishment, but just sort of testing things out. But what I thought was really unique is not just the fact that he's driving this thing, not being in the vehicle, it's the fact that you see the full motion here. They actually have sensors in the truck, almost like a yaw sensor, that can feel the vibrations, the motion, the tilt of the truck. You're going down a grade, it leans forward. You're going up a grade, it leans back. You turn fast, it starts to lean. So the driver is getting that visceral experience of being inside of this truck while he is nowhere near it. So this is something they've established and built and prototyped to try and solve a problem. And if you know a trucker or you are a trucker, you know exactly what that problem is. So this is interesting. I'm going to keep my eye on this. But the thing is, I asked the question about redundancy. I'm like, what is the redundancy on this? We all have LTE and we've all had it drop out. So what happens? It's going down the road, 80,000 pounds loaded. Suddenly the driver gets a disconnected or a frozen screen. Now what? Well, that's when they're going to be falling back on autonomous driving. Autonomous is that's obviously been a huge focus. autonomous is what people are talking about. So it's got a redundant backup for autonomous driving to keep the vehicle under control until a communication is reestablished. So the driver could also set autonomous driving in certain circumstances where it may not be safe. For instance, inclement weather, fog you can't see through. IR cameras and other heat signature cameras can see through fog and inclement weather, making it safer for autonomous driving to do the driving instead of the driver, but you still have him here kind of in control of the vehicle. Now this isn't ready yet. This obviously isn't out yet, and neither is the autonomous driving there yet when it comes to this, but this is an insight into where the trucking industry future might be. And I basically had a comment of, well, does this put truckers out of business? And basically the answer was no, it's not. It's designed to keep the trucker in the seat, but doing it here rather than in the vehicle. And I thought that was a pretty neat piece of tech. So yeah, you guys tell us what you think about this. It's a drive-by-wire remote system with autonomous backup. You tell me. Well guys, that's going to wrap up our first day here at the actual convention center. I'm going to ask something of you guys. Let me know if there's any weird tech out there that you guys have seen in articles or other people have covered that we should go and check out. So in the comments below, if you guys saw a weird piece of tech or something cool and exciting, put it in the comments below and we will do our best to go and look at it and give you our opinion on that. We want to cover the really unique stuff here at CES 2018. So that's a wrap for this day. Guys, thanks for following our coverage today. Our coverage was brought to you by EVGA.com. They sponsored our trip to CES 2018 this year. Go and check them out. Now guys, we're gonna get out of here. I know I'm repeating myself, but please, weird tech, if you know what it is, send it our way so we can go and cover it. Guys, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.